What's up, guys? It is JD from Let It Rip Side by Side and Adventure. So what are we doing today? Okay, I picked up this 2019 Toyota Tacoma. Now it is the TRD, as you can see there, it is the TRD edition, and it is the tech package for this truck, which we are making some changes on this rig. Because as you know, I got rid of the side-by-sides for multiple different reasons, for the ease of access, no trail restrictions. I had twice as much fun on the quads this last year, especially for capable rigs, because as you can see, we got both the scramblers sitting right there. Not sure why we even got a snowblower this year, because it is February and you can see we have nothing. I actually fired the hose up because I got to clean the wheel wells out. On the next video you will see that I actually got the Tacoma stuck. It doesn't look like it's very stuck, but we actually got her bottomed out on the frame, skid plate, A-arm. Actually found somebody in the trail system to help us get out. Anyway, enough of that. Back to the Tacoma. Now, I love the truck. I understand it's only a 3.5 V6, so there are some modifications we are going to do to this truck in order to make it more tow friendly. Now, on my 2500, I understand that's a completely different vehicle compared to the one that I currently have, but I like to be able to monitor the systems within the truck to determine whether or not everything is happy, whether or not that is your torque converter or your transmission or any of the vital information that you need to see on these trucks, especially when you start towing or pulling hills. Now, we plan on going out west a couple times this year, so I need to be able to monitor those things. Now, it's got features that tells me what my gas mileage is, and it's got features that tell me when it thinks I need to take a break, but the important information you cannot see, which brings me to what we've done to be able to monitor these systems. Now, first off, I'll show you what I'm using as far as tech is concerned. Now, I tried multiple different OBD2 port Bluetooth adapters that did not work. There's some you can get from AutoZone, there's some you can get from O'Reilly's, there's some you can actually get the Hyper Tough from Walmart, and I tried all of the above, and I could not get them to either one, communicate with the truck and the tablet, or I could not get them to keep up with the truck and the tablet to give me accurate real-time information. So if you check it out right here, this is what I went with. It is a OBD Link MX Plus. Now, you can get these on Amazon. I will put all the link information for what I'm using for tech as far as that stuff's concerned, but this is what all it was when it showed up in the Amazon pack. It had a little container right there that had my OBD2, and then if you look, it is actually plugged in right there. Now, I leave that device in my OBD2 port all the time. Now, what that also gives you the ability, I'm sure you guys have seen like Torque Link and a couple other apps that you can use to I guess monitor the systems on your truck. Now, the issue with that being is once you install everything, it only shows you the information that you can currently get from your screen display currently. Now, there is ways around that where you can actually install PIDs, whatever the acronym for that is, I don't know, but it is pretty much the formula through your computer or your ECU to be able to read those sensors that you normally can't see on your dash display. Now, I will go through not only what I did to install it, what app I'm using on the tablet, what tablet I'm using, and show you kind of the walkthrough, because I've got a custom display set up on my tablet that actually mounts right here or sits right here that shows me everything from trans temp to converter temp to differential temp to all the stuff that you cannot see on the normal display of your truck, which when you start pulling, for example, both the scramblers and a 14-foot trailer and a 3.5 liter V6 and a rig that says it can tow 6,000 pounds, you got to be able to keep an eye on that. Now, it's not just applicable to the Toyota Tacoma. You can use that through a wide range of vehicles, and on top of being able to monitor, you can kind of diagnose the systems on your truck. If you get a check engine light or if you get something goes wrong, you can actually go into these systems, check your check engine light, and see if it is something, if you're out on the trail, that either you can fix yourself or if it does indeed need to go to a shop. So let me get set up here, guys. I will show you what we got going on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are actually back inside the truck. Now, what I did when you first get the OBD Link MX Plus, once you plug it into your OBD2 port, it'll link with your truck, and then you have to hit the power button and then hit it again, and the lights will start flashing, which shows that it is ready to pair, which is the same process that you have to use for any Bluetooth device. That process applies to this Link, and now we'll kind of go through. Now, if you see on my display, I've got, yeah, great fuel mileage, that don't help me none, trip, when I need to take a rest, it's got my compass, it's got all the stupid stuff, which I think this is a cool feature. It's got your, hold on, wait for it, it's got your pitch and your roll gauge and stuff on there, but it has no serious information other than your coolant temp right there that helps you determine the health of the important components of your truck. So I am running an A7 Lite tablet, which is pretty straightforward. This is just a I got that from O'Reilly's. It is a what do they call it, an industrial style tablet holder, which there's very few options. You can get them online. Don't go to Best Buy, don't go to Walmart, don't go to none of that, because you ain't gonna find it. Either go to O'Reilly's and get one, or order one online, because that honestly is your best options to get a tablet holder. Now, you would think that this is kind of in my way, but when I'm sitting in my truck, which is kind of right here's where my line of sight is, I can see over the edge of the thing, you know, so that it's not, whoa, sorry about that, guys. It's not obstructing my view. So I'll show you. This is the app that I'm using. Now remember, Samsung A7 Lite tablet, and this is the app that I'm using. It is called OBD Fusion. Okay, now if I go to OBD Fusion, we'll open it up. Now, I did drive my truck for a little bit, ran it to town, because like I said, I buried my truck in a slop hole. On the next video you guys will see, I had mud caked up all up on top of the arms, up in the wheel wells, up in the engine bay. It was everywhere. So the truck has been running, but I did that on purpose, because then you guys can see that it is actually monitoring the important systems on this truck. Now, kind of a layout of the truck, or of this app, is pretty straightforward. I'm actually gonna, once you get everything linked, you will put in, let's see, we don't want exit, we want settings, and we're actually gonna back out of this, sorry guys, and I'm gonna go connect first. So as you can see, now once you do everything as far as linking your OBD2, that it will give you the ability to put in all the information of your vehicle. And that's what I was saying, it's not specifically orientated towards a Toyota Tacoma. You can use it for multiple different vehicles that don't have a very good monitoring system for these vehicles. So now that I got it all linked, we'll go to connect, and as you can see right here, it's going to connect to that OBD2 port, and it's going to get everything set up. Okay, now as you can see, it's telling me I can disconnect, but it shows that it is already connected. Now, if I go to monitors, let's see, oh, we don't want that. Back. Sorry guys, wrong one. We want dashboard. Sorry about that. Now the thing is, what's cool is you can actually use this as a diagnostic port to determine what's going on. If you've got a misfire, if you've got a lean code, if you've got a knock sensor, any of that stuff can be monitored through the system. You can run tests on all the independent systems on this, because in a sense it's considered to be a diagnostic tool. I don't necessarily need to use that. I know it's nice that I can, but I'm using it for the monitoring system. So now this is a dashboard that I currently set up myself. And as you can see, it is currently reading, I got my automatic trans temp, which is the pan temperature. That is my torque converter. We got engine oil temp. We got front diff temp, intake air temp. We've got a battery voltage to alternator, which that one is not working. There is a couple other ones there that I'm probably going to swap that out for something else. It's got my current engine temp, and then my current trip fuel economy. So those are all the systems that I can't see in the normal display, which I now have gained access with that OBD Link MX Plus that port adapter, and I can see all these systems. Now what's cool about this is you can completely customize this entire display. Because if you hit this button right there, see, you can add display, manage dashboards, load default, toggle, blah blah blah. So now I'm going to show you guys something here. if you go to settings and you go to, where is it? Purchase extras. Oh, I'm not hooked up to the Bluetooth, which is a bummer. Okay, so give me a second and I will hook this up to my hotspot on my phone, and I will show you what is all in here. Now, if you're curious, this app was $5, and to get all the PIDs or those formulas already figured out, already set up, already taken care of, you can pick different brand models and makes of said vehicle, and that's an extra 15 bucks. Now, I will say the OBD Link MX Plus, that was $100. It was $5 for the purchase of this app. It was $15 for the extra PIDs specifically designated for my truck. So let me get this hooked up, and then I will show you that there's a wide array of different PID files that you can install into this app that can monitor multiple different vehicles, not just a Toyota Tacoma. Okay, so I currently have this hooked up to my hotspot on my phone, which is right here, and that's kind of the way I like this right now, is I've got my Onyx. When we do turn this into an overlander rig where we can track our apps, our offline mapping system, but as you can see, if you go to purchase extras, please wait while extras are loaded. Okay, but as you can see, guys, you've got everything from Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Mazda, Nissan, and this is the one that I purchased this PID files, and that is, you have one vehicle supported by these add-ons. You got Chrysler, Dodge, and Mitsubishi. So there is a huge array of PIDs that you can download onto this app in order to monitor the systems of your vehicle. Now, I love it because when I start pulling hills out in Colorado or start pulling hills in South Dakota, I want to be able to keep an eye on these systems and kind of go from there. So the user friendliness of this app is extremely easy. Now, I will put all the information in the system as far as, or in my link below. I will put that in the description. Jeez, get it out already, buddy. I will put all the information to not only the OBD adapter, to the app that I'm using, and that way if you guys want to set up a system on your vehicle, not just a Toyota, for multiple different vehicles, it's pretty straightforward. There is a little, you know, you do have to be semi-technically savvy as far as troubleshooting a couple things, but it was pretty seamless as far as getting everything to sync, everything to link, everything to work like it was supposed to. So let's go back to this dashboard. Okay. As you can see, that's currently creeping up. My engine temp is currently creeping up. And I was keeping an eye on like the RPMs yesterday and the speedometer. And I will say this, it is actually more accurate than my speedometer as far as reading through the OBD port, because I've gone past the radars, and this speedometer is actually 2 miles an hour fast, because it's a 68 here, 68 on the speed monitor, and 70 on my Toyota. Now, I know that's a common thing. So I'll give you an example. So these are all the PIDs for the $15 I spent to download for this. But as you can see, you have the ability to check whether it's a radar gauge, digital gauge, compass, graph, push button, or art gauge. And I think that's what's cool about this app system, is it gives you the ability to completely customize the display you want to look at or what you want to monitor. So for example, now what's cool is you go to digital gauge. I actually set a Toyota one up that is dang near the same color as the exterior of my truck, which brings you back to the customize. You know, you can customize anything and everything on this. You can put some gauges further back, some forward, overlap them, change the size. But for example, we'll just go to this one. Now this is where you can pick all the different PIDs or all of the sensors that are currently within your vehicle that are in there. So now that I downloaded this, I'll go to Toyotas, and these are all the different breakdowns of all the different systems that I can currently monitor on my truck. So for example, we'll go, we want to go transmission. And you can see that they just go on and go on and go on. So if there is a system in this truck that you want to monitor, now I will say that these are, like you've seen, it was for Scion, Toyota, and a couple other ones. Not every one of these PIDs are going to work. It's only going to work for the sensors that are currently installed on your vehicle. But to have access to all that stuff, I think it is absolutely great. And let's see, we'll go vehicle speed just for giggles. And as you can see, now you click on it, we'll go drag and move. As you can see, it gives you the grid system, so you can completely customize your entire display. But we don't like that. We're going to delete it. Remove display. Yes, and there it is. Once again, guys, I can monitor all my transmission information, my engine oil temperature, front diff, intake air, voltage on the vehicle, shows me my current trip information and the engine temp. I think all that is very important information that somebody that utilizes their rig for a tow rig or is overlanding with it, to keep yourself out of a really bad situation. You see your transmission and stuff's getting really hot, pull over for a while, get some snacks at a rest area, or do something to allow your truck to catch back up to itself, so you're not burning transmissions up, you're not having problems on the side of the road. So if you guys have any questions, throw it in the comments. I can hopefully try to help you out if you have linking issues or whatever the case may be, but I feel it is an extremely useful tool. Now, the next video you will see that I was out and about doing some off-roading for the first time. Everybody gives me crap for not having a truck and taking it off-road or using it like a truck. So for me, this was the first time to take a vehicle purposely off-road, go bombing through the woods, had some brush it a couple times hitting the side of the truck, got it stuck in a mud hole. It was kind of cool. In the entire time I was out, this monitoring system kept up, let me know. A couple times I could see that the engine temp and stuff was starting to get warm. I could keep an eye on my engine and as far as my transmission. A couple times it was getting hot because we were trying to get ourselves out of this mud hole. Gave the truck a break, let everything cool back down, and know that I'm not compromising the important systems of this truck. So with that being said, guys, appreciate each and every one. Hopefully this helps you guys maybe in the future to be able to monitor a rig that doesn't have that in their built-in systems, and protect the longevity of your rigs, especially when it's a toy, when you want to go out and play and you want to go have fun with the family. I think it's a great tool. With that being said, guys, don't forget, smash subscribe. It is free. Hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell if you want to see more content when we post. We do have some cool stuff. We got some stuff actually shipped out yesterday going on the back of this rig to really start honing in on what we want to do for adventures. We're kind of over the hotels, we're over the huge expense to go explore this beautiful country, so a lot more to come. We do have a couple more things going on with the Scrambler, and I think after the next Toyota video you guys will see, we're going to start creating some more content with the Scramblers. Wife wants to get out and do some riding on hers. Still hasn't got a chance to put any miles on it other than going to the gas station. So with that being said, guys, like we always say, on to the next adventure.